Greetings. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling today? Let's see what Spirit has in store. What's the overall message that Spirit wants me to transmute for y'all today? Know this is a timeless general read, so take what resonates, throw away what does not. If this is not your story, please do not make it fit. So, as I break open the deck, Jar of Dreams, prioritize reflection, and then the best case scenario card wanted to pop out. What's on it? In gentleness. So, what I get with this, I feel like someone is going after their dreams. They're prioritizing this reflection time that they're going through. They're really looking at themselves and they're realizing how much they've been conditioned to abandon themselves, especially when you try to set boundaries with people and saying no and people pleasing and overcompensating and you feel guilty about it. That's how you know that you've been conditioned to abandon yourself and your wants and needs. And I feel like that this person is learning to be very gentle with themselves rather than so hard on themselves. I'm picturing somebody crying, so they could be doing a lot of releasing at this moment, a lot of realizing and releasing, which is what's good for the soul. You need to cry and get out all of those negative, toxic, traumatic memories and the dendrites, the muscle tissue that's attached to them. And I feel like this person is starting to look at life as the glass is half full rather than half empty. They could have came from that half empty mindset and they're realizing that that shit don't get you nowhere but attracted to the same shit you don't want. And they're looking at best case scenario, like say they want to go after something, and rather than looking at it like, well, what if this happened? What if that happens on the negative side? They like, you know what? I'm going to go after my dreams and I'm going to look at it like the best thing is going to happen to me. Spirit has my back. It's going to be better than expected. The outcome is going to be better than expected. So I feel like that's what this person is going through. This is someone who's been fighting spirit. This was poking out too, so my brain was like, let me see what this card means. So let's get into it. 3 2s could be significant. Someone who's been fighting spirit. They are tired of fighting spirit, tired of fighting those entities, those fears, those demons for some people that are either attached to them or attached on from other people that they deal with. Beauty sleep. So someone could be doing a lot of solitude time, getting a lot of much needed rest and sleep, and maybe they like to overwork and, like I said, overcompensate. They be doing a lot and they just need to slow down and lay down and just sit that ass down somewhere. So, or maybe this is what, if this is you, viewer, maybe this is what you need to do. Get some sleep. A lot of times people be cranky because they sleepy. They just need to take some naps. It's okay to take a nap as an adult. Your body needs it. There's nothing wrong with just sitting down and doing nothing, thinking or being in silence. Again, taking that nap. Hope is on the horizon for perfect moments. So this is something that this person is looking to create, more perfect moments. More, and of course nothing's perfect, but it's giving me just moments where maybe they've had perfect moments, memories in the past where everything was just right. It was just perfect. You know, life was really, really good for them. And they just want to experience that on an everyday basis because they're seeing other people doing it. It's possible. This person knows it's possible now. Tell me more, Spirit. What does this person has in store? So this is this energy. Okay, first card. Big change is coming. I like that. And she just looks so happy. She looked like she's full of self-love. We got a dove on here. So doves could be significant, or some type of white bird, doesn't matter. The oceans in the background, the pink flowers. Pink is all about love and romance. So I feel like this person is a big change with them going on is self-love, self-appreciation, self-intimacy, adoring themselves rather than looking on the outside for this energy. There is always a way. See? I love that. There is always a way. It sure is. Don't be giving up, viewer. Do not give up, viewer. There is always a way out of whatever it is you're going through. Don't let nobody tell you that this is it, that this is life, and that it's not going to get any better than this. Don't let yourself tell you that, because that's what them little entities and demons like to do. Like to confuse you and keep you stuck. You feel me? So I feel like I'm going to put this card first. someone. Now I'm gonna put this card second. So these once these big changes, this person, once you, I'm gonna just do it as, unless spirit tell me different. Like, this is you, viewer. If this is someone else, just switch the energies, take it around as it resonates. You're becoming nobody, meaning you're starting fresh from a clean slate. You're letting go of the old you, the old programmed you who was told to do shit that way, to think like this, to automatically expect the worst. Or someone who just seeks validation and attention, and now you just kind of want to retreat. You want to just be to yourself. You're starting over. And it doesn't mean you're becoming a nobody. It just means you're like, I'm rewriting my story. I'm rewriting my future, redefining who I thought I was. Literally, this is an ego death. You're having an ego death, and a very powerful one at that. And this is needed. And from this ego death, not only are the big changes coming, healthy boundaries. You're implementing healthier boundaries, which is much needed when you're starting over from scratch, because what used to work, them lack of boundaries or the little boundaries you did have, that's not going to work with the new you. And you'll get tested through other people that try to come in and see if they'll test your new boundaries. Don't fall for it and say hell no or block their ass. Don't feel bad and, oh, let me just see. You might do it a few times. I know I did that a few times until I saw, like, wait a minute. You just here to test my boundaries. You don't want shit. You don't want nothing. Here to waste time and test my boundaries. They might not know what they're doing, but it's a universal test to see if you're ready for what you've been manifesting, for what the universe has in store for you, for some surprises. You don't even know how good it's going to get. You feel me? But you got to be ready for that. And I feel like these new healthy boundaries you're implementing are going to get you there. We also have the 10 to 90 ratio. So rather than accepting that little 10% that you was used to accepting, that you've been conditioned to accept, to settle for, you're now going after the 90%. So 9 times out of 10, you're going to get what you want. You're going to be happy. You're going to be satisfied rather than settling for that 1 out of 10 that is going to go your way. You feel what I'm saying? Tell me more, Spirit. What else is coming for this person that's implementing these big changes, that's having this ego death? What else we got? I think that's everything. I just wanted to... Literally, that card that I was talking about, there is always a way. It was poking out, and my spirit was just like, on here, rabbits. Okay, we'll leave it right there. Multiple streams of income. So if you watched my last video right before this, I literally said that there will be a financial reset. That's part of the reward for you changing everything that doesn't serve you, for you letting it go, changing your outlook on life, loving yourself more. Because a lot of it we've been taught, and that finances are the way to happiness. And I ain't gonna lie, if I get a few millions in the bank, shit, if a few tens of thousands, even though I'm going for the millions and billions, you feel me? But I'm not going to be picky. Them few tens of thousands will be great, and it's going to make me real happy. But now that I've gotten to a place of healing to where I know how to, one, spend that money, who to spend it on, and how to use it more wisely, it'll benefit me more rather than me just splurging it on shit that I might have used for validation or just things I didn't need. I've never been like, ooh, let me buy this for people to like me. I want it because I want it. But do I need it? You feel me? So depending on whatever you resonate with, viewer, there's multiple streams of income. You get out of that broke black mindset because you realize how abundant you are. And then you got money to spend. And then you know what to spend it on. Your tribe, your vibe. Prioritize reflection. So once again, you prioritizing this reflection time that you're having, viewer. It's going to bring in multiple streams of income and your soul tribe. So you don't have to worry about finances anymore, and you're going to attract the soul family, the home lifestyle, the way you want to raise your family, your future family, and how you want things to run in your household. Now you're going to attract this. Let's see. We got no strings attached. The day you plant the seed, sacrifices and emotional baggage. Okay, so what I'm getting with this is So part of the big changes that you're going to be implementing is NSA agreements. Like, you could have sacrificed a lot of the things that you wanted, a lot of the things that you would have preferred in certain connections, deals, jobs, whatever it is, relationships, family. And there was always something keeping you bound, stuck, toxic, low vibrating, or in that type of energy. And now you just like, I don't want to live that life no more. So you could have been someone who looks at something, well, what am I getting out of it? What's the benefit for me? If I'm not getting nothing from it, then I'm not fucking doing it, or I'm doing it my way. Excuse me, more than likely, because this is the shit you was taught. And it's not to say that when you heal, you don't do the same thing. You just do it from a high value moral standpoint. You know your worth. So if it's no longer benefiting you or serving you, then you let it go, as opposed to a more 1111 could be significant, as opposed to a more lack mindset. Like, well, if I do this, then I have to get something, and it has to be what I want, or I'm not gonna fucking do it. You should do things because you do it out of the kindness of your heart. You do it because you want to see people happy. You do it because you got a moral compass to be like, I should probably do this. And you'll have the emotional intelligence to be able to discern if you do it like, okay, I already know it's going to come back to me tenfold, but that's not why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I really want to do it, because I value this. And then again, I'm doing this because I know it's going to be a very beneficial return, and I deserve it. And I'm not just, again, you ain't just doing it just to get something in return. The more you heal, the more you'll understand that concept. It doesn't come from a greed, lack mindset standpoint. It comes from I deserve it, I'm worthy, I'm a good person. This is what happens when you sow seeds. You reap the rewards. I'm just trying to say, you reap the rewards and the harvest. 3 2s for confirmation. So, and then if this wasn't ever you just leaving people behind that, again, you do stuff or you get into some type of contract or relationship with them, bond, and it's just always something. It's always a little catch. Or this is how maybe you used to look at life. Well, if I do this, then what's the catch? Like from that negative, like 1 out of 10, you're getting that 10% out of 100. And that's not right. That's not fair to you. You shouldn't be settling for whatever it is that is only giving you that much in return, or that little, shall I say. I feel like the day you plant the seed is the day you become that nobody. So basically, the day you plant the seed is the day that you step into your authenticity, that you step into being reborn, rebirth, that ego death, letting that old version of you die off. So the day you finally be like, fuck this shit, I'm tired of the matrix running me, kicking my ass, these Mr. Smiths throughout the matrix. I'm sick of y'all fucking agents trying to come in and destroy my happiness and break my inner child and try to tell me how I should ruin my life, because that's basically what they're doing, trying to tell you how to ruin your life, because they're ruined, they're messed up, they're broken, they don't know how to get out, or they are literally sent here as an agent to disrupt people, to be karma for people, to be a karmic lesson. Some people, their soul contract, they're the karma, and not in a good way. Some like I can be karma for people, but it's a karmic lesson for you to learn to do better, to be grateful, to be more compassionate, more loving, while others can be karma for people, and it's because you keep doing the same shit over and well, no, I can say that about me too, but okay, let me rephrase it. They just a karmic partner. So if you get with them, or whoever they get with, they just the karmic for everybody. You know how the karmic is. Y'all been watching my channel or other readers long enough, you know who the karmic is. Their energy. They're there to bring disruption. 3 4s for confirmation. They're there to take you off your path. They're there to really make you reflect. And this is what this person is going through, a big reflection time, like I said, an ego death, so that they can implement the positive changes that they need to implement in order to get out the matrix and attract exactly what it is they want, to have the lifestyle they want, the self-love that they need to attract the right people in a close circle. 1515 and 66 could be significant. So yeah, that's what I feel like, is when you get tired of being fucking tired, and you'll know because this energy comes up. And hopefully you don't miss the bus, because some people, this energy come up and they be like, yeah, and then they weren't out there on time and now they missed the bus. Now they kind of got to go through the cycle all over again. May not be as long depending on the person, but here this energy is here again, and spirit is having me, report it for somebody. So hopefully whoever this is resonating for, you take heed on controlling your life. Not trying to control everything in your life, just on you, your mindset, your subconscious. That's how you learn to control effortlessly without trying to control, like be possessive controlling. You feel me? Or dictatorship type of control. And it's a different type of control when you have control of your life from a higher consciousness, from an elevated mindset. You feel me? So, moving on to the next. I feel like with these healthy boundaries, yeah, it's a must. You're going to have to sacrifice some people, some situations, some job, maybe even some money. Some of y'all need to move. Y'all need to get away from wherever you live in, wherever you're dealing with. And it's going to take some money. Maybe you're saving it for something else. You're going to have to sacrifice it. Maybe this your last. But it's either you spend your last and see what happens, especially if you're getting all the signs, do it. Do it. I promise you, it might suck. You might be worried and stressed out, but I've been in that situation a few times. And luckily, I'm blessed. I don't have to do that no more. And you will get there to where you don't have to do that no more. But part of that lack mindset and letting go of that financial crisis and debt and all of that stuff is sometimes you're going to have to spend your last to get to the next step. And you might not know what's going to come, but I promise you, the universe, spirit has your back. You will meet people that'll help you out of the blue, out of nowhere. Situations will just align for you. It'll just fall into place. And you just be like, this ain't nothing but God. This ain't nothing but spirit helping me out, because how the hell did this happen? There's no other way this could have happened. You feel me? It literally be miracles. You see miracles happen right before your eyes. But you have to, and even if you got to go in the bathroom and cry it out sometimes, I've been there too. And then after you cry and get it out, you be like, well, shit, I'm not getting all the signs to stay. I'm getting all the signs to keep pushing forward, to leave. I'm going to just have to do it and see where this takes me. And it always works out. I promise you. So, I just feel like somebody needed to hear that. So yeah, if you have to spend that last, go ahead and do it. Especially if you're getting all the signs to leave a situation, to leave something or somebody behind. Move. When spirits say move. But yeah, you're going to have to sacrifice. It's no other way. You can't carry everything with you, because that's where all that emotional baggage, it starts to add up. And then you find yourself, and then it'll manifest in the physical. Whenever you move or go somewhere, you carrying all of this shit when you don't even need it. You don't fucking need all of that. Sometimes you're overpacked and you don't need it. Or you end up having the money either before or on the trip or whatever this is to get new things, to replace the old with the new. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I manifest in the 3D sometimes. But everybody's different. Everybody's journey is different. But that's what I get with this. It's like you let go of these sacrifices, the emotional baggage automatically falls off. It's a given. 1919 and 1010 could be significant. And 9s are about ending cycles, completing everything on all levels. And then 10 is the new beginning. 10 is the ending to start a new beginning. So this fits right in with this energy. And then this emotional baggage is right under the 10-90 ratio. So I feel like a lot of the settling for less, settling for that one out of 10 energy is coming because you have so much emotional baggage. So whoever hurt you in the past, wronged you in the past, baby, they were just there to make you love yourself more and to have boundaries and say, fuck no. I'm not doing this no more. I'm not accepting this behavior. I don't care how fine you are. I don't care how lonely I am. I don't care about none of that shit. Because I guarantee you, being by yourself is going to be way more peaceful than putting up with somebody who is toxic, low vibrating, and just causes disruption and unhappiness and drains the fuck out of your energy. And I feel like whoever I'm picking up on today, you got or you had, because you could be walking away from a lot of people, you got a lot of energy vampires around you that they don't want nothing but what you got to offer. They just want your energy, and whatever it is way you give it to them, whether it's sex, weed, liquor, whether it's attention, gifts, money, validation, affection, attention. You get what I'm saying? They don't love themselves enough, especially when these energy vampires, they don't have the energy to generate what it is that you're giving them for themselves. So they seek out people like you, and they feed off of you, and they take whatever you got. And as soon as you say no, here comes the self-sabotage. Here comes the guilt trip, and here comes the fake I love yous, or the showing the true colors. They really mad, and they start to show their true colors. And then they start again, they guilt tripping, and then they make you self-sabotage. Well, they don't make you do nothing. You choose to self-sabotage, because it's always a choice. You can see right through that shit. You can be a little mad and still say no, or you can self-sabotage and stay. And I feel like you're tired of that shit, viewer. Kudos, because that's part of getting out the karma cycle. That's the test. So if you doing that, you letting go of that, you tired of getting less than, you tired of settling, you tired of being on the struggle bus, and you letting go of all those people who hurt you, all of the bad memories, rather than playing them on repeat. And sometimes, depending on how powerful you are, other little beings from other dimensions know your mission before you do, before you remember who you are. Before you remember the master that you are, that you came to be. They'll set up little devices on your spirit and make you relive trauma loops. And I know, because I had that happen to me. And I didn't know until I had a reading done, and the psychic told me that, and there's all types of different psychics. It wasn't a tarot reading, or it was actually someone whose third eye is open to where they're fighting, they're a warrior in the astral realm. And as he was looking at my soul, he realized that it was trying to speak, but it wouldn't talk. My soul wouldn't speak. And when he did a 360 around my soul, he saw this little advanced but hella old contraption that was on the back of my soul, causing me to be in a trauma loop. So traumas from past life, this lifetime, I was just reliving it. Every time I got traumatized, all the other traumas come in, whether I remember them or not. And it would just add to the trauma. So I was stuck in like a karmic trauma loop for a long time, until I got tired of that shit. Really, until he told me. Because when I was trying to heal a few years ago, and heal like these autoimmune diseases that people have, which go figure, most of them are in America because all the trauma that we go through here, that shit comes from trauma. It starts in the spiritual and manifests in the 3D as some type of skin condition, some type of organ or bodily condition that you have going on. And as I was trying to heal what I had going on, it wouldn't heal. It would just, more would come out, more would present itself. And it was because of that blockage. So once you become aware of whatever blockage you have going on, you switch up your diet, your daily habits, anything that's bad, toxic, the people, like it's a holistic thing. You can't just stop talking to that person or people like that and you don't change your eating habits. You can't just change your eating habits but still be around toxic people. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that you know you got to change that's not serving you. Because I want to keep going on and on about this. You know what it is that's tailored for you. And when you don't, it's when you book a reading with somebody, whatever reader is calling you. Whether it's tarot, Akashic records, someone who can see into the astral realm, whatever the case is, That's when you book that reading to figure out what the blockage is. What is that energetic blockage that's keeping you stuck, that's keeping you in this trauma loop of emotional baggage, of just taking everything so personal, and or not taking it personal, but also lacking boundaries, feeling sorry for people, feeling guilty because you want to protect yourself, but then you feel bad when you do it because now they're hurt that they can't get the energy source that you've been providing them for so long. You get what I'm saying? So, say all that to say is that just to let you know, like, again, this is something everybody got to go through. Regardless of how you see where that person is, we all had to go through this in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And I'm here to tell you, there is always a way out of it. You do not have to be stuck in this matrix, in this karmic loop, in this toxic emotional baggage and trauma. And that's why you've been guided to this reading, because it's time for you to get the fuck out of there. Or you already know what you're going to keep experiencing. So, the journey, trust your intuition, 0 fucks given. I can't make this shit up. You gotta get to a point where you really just don't give a fuck about how people feel. Stop giving a fuck about how people feel, especially when you're not doing nothing to, well, let me rephrase. When this is for your self-healing journey, which a lot of us, and you'll know by the way your chart is set up, if most of the signs in your natal chart are in the first 6 houses, you are here for you. Not saying you here for other people, that you're not here for other people, but you're 26, and 8 could be significant, but you're here to learn about you. This is a self-loving journey. Most of your lessons, most of the people you meet, they're going to teach you about loving yourself, about being your authentic self, about the fears, weaknesses you have, your strengths. So even though you deal with other people, they're going to teach you about who you are as an individual and how you fit into this collective ascension that we're experiencing this lifetime and what your role is. You know what I'm saying? So once you figure that out, then you can really start to move forward in life. That's why knowing what time you was born, that's why they take that time off of that birth certificate to make you struggle some more. Go ahead and get that long form birth certificate, which is literally them just putting the time frame on there. That's all it is. I got one not too long ago, and I'm thinking it's going to be a whole list of other shit I don't know about. It's literally the time that they took off. So go ahead and put that little order in, about $12. It's not expensive. Might take 2-3 months, but it's worth it. Put in your time, your information, so you can get your natal chart and take it to somebody who read it or get that birth natal. Do it. Or you can do it online for free, and that'll help you on your journey. It's very important to know what your weaknesses and strengths are so you don't have to struggle so much. But once you do that, then you can really start to effectively heal. It makes it easier. Saying if you don't have it, of course, you don't have it. But there are other ways of knowing what time you was born. You know, at least you can figure out something close enough. If you don't get it exactly accurate, you'll get it close enough. Because that's how I started out before I got that birth certificate. And that was about 40 minutes off, but it was close enough to where what the first report I got is still lined up with what I was going through. You feel me? So somebody needs to hear that, because I normally don't share that much information about myself, but I feel like I needed to share it. So again, just to let you know, we are all on the same journey, even if yours manifests differently. These are ways to help get out of the matrix for free, people, for free. Take advantage of the free information. You feel me? Because most people not going to offer this shit up. They're going to make you pay for it. And I feel like, yeah, you got to make money, but some stuff is, you know, is priceless. And you helping people out, which is what I'm here to do, to help people get out the matrix and let go of the trauma and the emotional baggage. And to let you know it is always a way out of whatever it is that you feel like you on a struggle bus with. We all on there, and we all got an opportunity to get off, so there are no excuses. Okay, let's continue. Let me see, because I've already probably done enough to where I don't really need to go through this deck again. I've already like transmuted a lot of energy, so anything specific you want me to clarify, Spirit, these cards. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3. 4. So these 4 cards, I'll go ahead and clarify these and see what other messages Spirit wants y'all to know. What's becoming nobody, Spirit? What do you want the viewer to know about becoming nobody? So, principle, affair, egotism. I told y'all from jump, this is a ego death. You are going through an ego death, viewer. That's what this shit feels like. It sucks, but you're going to feel so much better once you get over it. Once you go through it. Once you accept it for what it is. And if you need to, reach out to people who've been through this so it won't be so, you don't feel so alone. Yes, you're going to have to go through a lot of things alone. It is what it is. But if you have somebody or you know someone and once you get over the embarrassment, because a lot of people that I'm picking up on, I feel like it's a lot of embarrassment coming from this, because this could have been a repeating in your face lesson that you chose to ignore, or you just don't want nobody to, it's part of letting go of that ego, the embarrassment that comes with it. Let that shit go. If they really care about you and love you, they're going to welcome you with open arms, and they're not going to criticize you or make you feel stupid for going through this, because this is something we all got to go through. Reach out to them when you feel comfortable enough. No pressure. And no forcing it, but they'll be willing to assist you when it's time. Okay, let's see. I feel like that you letting go, again, like of the ego, you're going to become more resourceful. You're going to see all the resources that are available to you once you get out of your ego. You're going to be more adaptable, more authentic, which is basically all the stuff I said. It's just confirmation. And some of y'all gonna find the love of your life. We got affair. Let's see, we got Leo energy twice, Cancer, Aquarius, Gemini, and Sag. So those could be significant somehow. We also got Gemini, Pisces, Mars, so Aries, Scorpio, Taurus, Libra, more Sag energy. I think that's damn near everything. But yeah, that's what I'm getting with this energy, is that what I get with this is like Spirit wants you to have that nice balance of divine, feminine, and masculine energy, and it's the only way really to get to this place of peace. 3 threes for confirmation. So what I'm seeing here is, okay, so you see, let me see if y'all can see this card. I don't know. Okay, so maybe that's right there. So you see, if you can see it, how like these parts, like basically outside of the square, this diamond, it's a little dull. It's gray, kind of dull, but inside is like really, really vibrant and colorful and all of that good stuff. You get what I'm saying? But the sun and the moon is very colorful. Can't really see, but it's not as dull as the background. So what I'm picking up with this is like, this is the key, that balance with the masculine and feminine energies, alchemizing those energies and creating balance in between, getting rid of the distortion. That's the way to the vibrancy. So this card talks about principle. So basically, I feel like everything you're going through, it's about the principle of the matter, which is you being your authentic self, you being fearless, you being bold, you being able to expand, to do what it is you want to do. A lot of y'all want to travel, you want to be around people that help you express and expand your inner child. So even though this card is saying becoming nobody, it's not about becoming a nobody. It's about being your authentic self, starting over from scratch so that you can attract what you want and expand how you're supposed to. Think about basically the bigger picture. Look at the bigger picture, not about the words per se on this card. Because it might trigger some of y'all, or you might have like taken it like, oh, so I'm a nobody. No, that's not the case. or you get what I'm saying? I don't feel like I need to keep going on, but you get what I'm saying. I feel like y'all do. And if you don't, rewatch the video. It'll click. But yes, that's what I get with this. All of this ego you got, you letting it go, it's just gonna lead you to everything it is that you want. What's the sacrifices card, Spirit? What are they gonna need to sacrifice? What's the biggest thing this person needs to sacrifice? Indecision. So being indecisive, not trusting your intuition, expecting the worst outcome when it ain't even happening, so manifesting the worst outcome. Letting go of impatience. Know that divine timing is a real thing. Let me see. Domination. Discrimination. So, and quarrels. And then another card poking out, seduction. Let's see. And then we got speculation. So, being cynical. Again, expecting the worst before shit has a chance to manifest. If as soon as something don't go your way, you like, oh, here we go, and blah, blah, blah. Then you start to bitching and crying and whining. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. Just be patient. Something better could be happening for you. Now, if you're by yourself, then can't nobody hear it. Do what you need to do until... That's what I said. A lot of times when you're going through this, on this journey, you're going to need to be by yourself because you're around somebody who don't have the patience, who hasn't learned that part of the journey, or they're still learning it, they're still on it, or they've done all the work and they just don't want to be around that energy because they know their worth and their presence is special. They don't want to hear all this shit. Now, you around the right person that got the patience and is willing to work with you and they see improvement, then okay, you lucked up, you're blessed. But a lot of people, and they'll also check you. They'll check you like, hey, you doing this. And hopefully you don't take offense to it and become all defensive and get mad because they trying to help you out, help you see yourself. But like I said, a lot of times you need to be by yourself so you don't get on nobody's nerves, you don't irritate nobody in their vibration, because when you're growing, when the more you grow and raise your vibration, those low vibrations start to get on their fucking nerves. They start to irritate the shit out of you. If they did, it just kicks it up a notch. If they did before your healing journey. So I feel like that I say all of this to say basically enjoy the alone time that you have, so when you do get around the right people, the right tribe, you don't annoy them and you don't cause friction and quarrels that's unnecessary because you got an issue with being alone. You're gonna have to get over that shit. You're gonna have to be alone on the journey. It is what it is. I don't make the rules, I just help enforce them, baby. So yeah, take that alone time so that you can get all the indecision and all the bitching and crying and stressing and worrying that you eventually get over, because you get tired of getting triggered, shall I say. These are just triggers. You get tired of that shit. Be like, I'm tired of being triggered and sad and crying and worrying and stressing, because that shit starts to drain you the more you raise your vibration. And you be like, shit, I'm draining myself, creating a scenario that's negative that ain't even happened. I don't know what the hell gonna happen. But that's you recognizing the abandonment, the self-sabotage, the programs that don't serve you, that you've been programmed with, these viruses, and you needing to delete that shit out of your psyche. And then just trust it more in spirit and divine timing. It'll happen when it's supposed to. And these stuff not gonna happen overnight. Everybody's different, so don't beat yourself up. Just look at your progress over the next few months, and then go back after a year or two has passed and see how much you'll see it. You'll be like, damn, I used to do that a few months ago, or last month, or last week. Now look where I'm at. You get what I'm saying? So rather than I'm still doing this shit, don't beat yourself up and be so hard on yourself. Be gentle with yourself. 3 threes could be just significant. So seduction, letting go of seducing people or being easily seduced. You're going to have to sacrifice that shit. What we got here? Pisces, Virgo, Cancer, and more Sag energy. So heavy Sag energy, heavy fire. So a lot of passion. That save that passion for somebody who really deserves it, and for yourself, really. Save that passion for yourself, viewer. Stop giving it up so easily just because you think you found the one, or you think that your sex is going to keep them stuck and bound to you, or trying to trap them is going to work, or trying to have that love child. 9 times out of 10, you having that child is going to break y'all up even more, because it's going to show you how much you really don't like that person, how much they really don't fucking like you or fuck with you or have your back. And now you done created a karmic bond with them. Congratulations. Now, don't beat yourself up. If you already did it, it is what it is. It ain't like the baby going nowhere unless you luck up and it ain't yours. But if that's not the case for some of you, 3/4 for confirmation, then suck it up and fix it. Figure out what's going to work for you and your baby father or baby mother. You know, whatever your situation is. But it's a nice little lesson to be like, I shouldn't be so reckless. I shouldn't try to save our relationship or this connection with the baby that's going to depend on us for the next 18 probably plus years, depending on how well you parent and prepare your child to be independent for the future. But yes, I feel like that letting go of being so quick to give out your body in love is a big thing that we all have to let go of, because we're all secretly or openly searching for our love, the love of our life, or for that love. We're trying to fill that void, that lack of self-love through other people, or you just want a partner, and giving it up is going to either push them away 9 times out of 10. Now, there are a few people that don't look at you any different if you gave it up easily. You get what I'm saying? But those people are very rare. Very, very, very rare. 9 times out of 10, this person is going to judge the fuck out of you and think you're doing this with everyone, or just treat you like crap, or just be like, well, I got what I wanted, on to the next, and ghost your ass. Unfortunately, because they lack those same things that you're looking for, or sometimes worse, or they got demons, or whatever they got going on. For whatever reason they do what they do, they're going to do this shit to you because they're going to look at you differently. So let that shit go. Save it for the next person. Save it for somebody who matters. Don't be so quick to fall for somebody just because they buying you shit, giving you what you want. Like, have some standards. And you'll learn through life lessons of getting your heart broken and your feelings hurt that if you don't have standards and boundaries, again, you're going to keep getting your feelings hurt. You're going to keep getting used and abused once it's all said and done. So I feel like this is letting go of... And I just recently posted a video to where the guys basically, and this is for my women out here, a man is literally telling you what they're looking for and what you should do. So when men who got emotional intelligence and a little common sense should probably listen to what they're saying, because they're the ones that we want, right? And some people in the comments are like, well, you're strict. You can believe or think whatever you like. They like the video because they know deep down the shit is true. But at the same time, they'll say, well, it's strict over here. You damn Skippy. I'm really not. I just got standards. My standards have risen because I know my value and worth. And I know what I can offer. And it's a hell of a lot compared to what most people can offer. So why should I set the bar so low? Why should I let the bare minimum just approach me? Fuck out of here. When I was doing that shit, I was getting my fucking feelings hurt. And it was getting me nowhere. So I've learned through experience that if I don't have these standards, one, if you got standards, you get rid of the dusties. You get rid of the people who ain't trying to do nothing but waste your fucking time and play mind games. Who wants to keep going through that shit? So you already X them out. They're going to be like, oh, you too high maintenance. You too much yap. And it really ain't. It's really not high maintenance. Even though I kind of am. I'll be more high maintenance than I am low maintenance or just no boundaries. So if I got to pick and choose, high maintenance. You damn Skippy. But it's because I can offer whatever it is that you give and I can match that energy. So, ladies, men, raise your fucking standards. Know that you are the prize, especially the divine feminines. If a man, and you should be wanting to do the same thing, but if a man ain't trying to make you happy, then what the fuck are you doing? If they don't get happy by making you happy, what are you really doing with yourself? If it don't make them happy to make you happy, then they're there to make you mad because they're mad. They're there to see you struggle because they're struggling. And unfortunately, those programs will have them do that. They might wine and dine you in the beginning, but it's a trap because they're miserable and they want you to be miserable. And then once they got you with the seduction, they done reeled your ass in with that good stick or that good cat, and now got him. And now you're stuck. Now it's way harder to get away because you've given a piece of your soul away to this person. And you create that soul tie. That's why it's so hard to leave once you're intimate with somebody. Once they seduce your ass, it's hard to leave because when you don't do it, it's like, okay, well, I ain't giving part of me. It's a lot easier to walk away. But when you do, it be so hard. And this is why. Can't just be doing it and giving it up to everybody. I mean, you can, but look at where you get. Look at where it gets you. Then your vibration starts to lower. Then your value and your self-worth and your confidence lowers with that. Sometimes, I mean, everybody different, but even say that all of that don't happen, and you still just out here willy-nilly with everybody, guess what? Entities start to see, oh, you like to have fun with everybody. Bet I can get this sexual energy from any and everybody as long as I attach to you. So either way, you invite demons and entities to siphon off your sexual energy, and your sexual energy is so sacred. Very, very sacred. You don't want to just share that with any and everybody just because they look good and you want to have a fun time. But you'll learn, or you just keep attracting what you don't want and repeating the lesson every lifetime. Whatever you want to do, viewer. You got free will. I'm not here to tell you what to do. Whatever resonates for you, you take that. But if you want to get to this place of heaven on earth and getting rid of the ego, stop giving it up to everybody and have some goddamn standards about yourself. Because real people, especially men, they like a challenge. They don't want nobody. There's just, like I said, it's very few men that won't judge you. Say you have sex with them on the first night. Very few men are going to be like, I really like you and I'm not judging you because we did this the first night or the second night or whatever you decide to give it up. You know what I'm saying? Very few are going to want to marry you. The ones that are healed, they're going to see your value and they're going to be, they're going to feel it like, okay, you're not doing this with everybody. Or even if you are, you got value and you're going to add to my life. And I know that you're not a fucked up individual. Most of them are going to think exactly how they are with everyone. They're going to think that, oh shit, they just like me. They just out here doing whatever. So I'm going to just treat them like whatever. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to keep going on this subject, but somebody need to hear that shit because this is what you're doing. And Spirit wants you to stop and save that energy for someone that matters. Pointing the finger at everybody rather than yourself. Let that shit go. Stop being so critical, criticizing, discrimination. You mind control too. These butterflies is a sign sometimes. Butterflies can be a sign of freedom or a sign of mind control in the 3D world. So if you stuck in the matrix and you pointing the finger and picking on other people, honey, you ain't no better. Let that shit go. Don't worry about what everybody else doing. Worry about what you do. Now, if you're reflecting like, oh, I used to do that shit, and you seeing how you mirrored other people's actions and where it comes from, and you learning, okay, you're just learning and assessing and gathering information. You're making a judgment based on how you need to move from here on out so that you don't have to go through the same cycles. But if you just being discriminative and looking at people like they're not good enough or they're lower than you or you're not, or whatever the case is, vice versa, let that shit go. It ain't doing you no good. Arguing with people, going back and forth with people who really don't fucking matter. Most people don't even need a response. Some you'll know when and how to respond to them. 3/4 for confirmation. You'll know whether they need a response or not. And then 49, And 13-13-44 can be significant. Some people, like I said, it ain't even worth it. They want to fight. They want to get that energy from you. They like, ooh, yes, this one got good energy, good, high, positive energy. Or, again, a lot of y'all are generators. You generate energy naturally. Some people, most people, you got to learn how to do it, but some people naturally generate energy or project. And when you generate that energy that you project, people, these entities, they see that shit and they latch onto you, or they try to be friends or date you, or however they can get it out of you, or they're your parents. Because sometimes parents just be mad and want to argue for no reason. Like, okay, are you going to do whatever it is you saying I'm doing? Like, say you get locked out the house. And I ain't saying if you underage, you know. And even still, I feel like when I have children, I'm not finna argue with you. I'm gonna set the rules. These are the rules. You disobey the rules, go ahead and leave that phone right there. Whatever you like doing, you're not doing it for a week. You already know. I'm not gonna fuss you out and have you stand outside, sleep outside. I feel like that is so traumatizing for somebody. And I see that all the time on the internet. And I just be like, that's so fucked up. Are you gonna open the fucking door or not? Open up the door for your kid. And however, you know, all that, yeah, it's unnecessary. It's traumatizing, it's draining. But some people live for that shit. Especially a lot of our parents. Don't be your parent. Don't be the person that likes to argue. Some people pop up out of nowhere, especially when you elevating and growing and you got boundaries. I promise you, these old people, these bastards will find you somehow, some way. And they just gonna see if you're gonna argue with them again. Don't fall for it. Oh, okay. You don't feel like how we ended last time was toxic and fucked up? You don't feel like you owe me an apology? Say no more. I ain't gonna even go back and forth with you, baby. Have a nice life. Take care. Block. It's that simple. Art of detachment. Learn to detach from these energy and bloodsuckers. Because that's all they want. They just want to argue, bro. Let their ass go. They're not worth it. Let go wanting to find the need to, like, just... If you find yourself, you're the one that likes to argue. Look in the mirror. Why are you trying to argue? A lot of times, you don't need to. Say what you got to say. Keep it pushing, baby. People like to do this shit. Let that shit go. They ain't gonna do nothing but drain your fucking energy. And that's what they want, especially when you're done with the argument and you feeling all drained and tired and sad and shit. And they just happy and just going about life, singing, doing some shit. That's how you know the entity or the demon that's attached to them, they got exactly what they wanted and you fell for it all over again. It's another karmic cycle you got to get out of. Because your parents, oh, do they love to do that. A lot of our parents got demons. Like I said in a few videos ago, a lot of our parents, those mental issues are demonic. Not just regular little entities that people can fix. You know, they can get rid of those entities through self-love, meditation, cutting shit off, changing diet, detoxing, blah, 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 blah. Meditation, all that good stuff. For affirmations. Is ways to get out of this, people. Look it up. Or ask somebody that's done it. If they're willing to, you know, share. But some of these people, parents, people you date, friends, got demons. And those mental issues, they ain't going nowhere. They're going to have to do a lot of deep work and reflection. Not saying it's impossible. They can still get rid of them. But it's less likely because a lot of times when you attract a demon, that shit merge, it becomes one with you. And you'll know because people have that blank, dead look in their eyes. You don't see their soul no more. You don't see the light no more. You just look, they look soulless, or they look like they've been overtaken. Or when you argue with them, they don't even look like the same person. When they get mad, it's a whole different person. They look different. And you'll start to see people's face morphing and just looking different. Demonic possession, that's how you know. And that shit freak you out at first, but after a while, you see through it, it don't scare you no more. You just know to stay away. You just know how to not allow it to manipulate you no more and suck you into an argument so that they're now singing around the house and being all happy after you got tired and drained and cried out. You know what I'm saying? Let that shit go. And then domination, wanting to fucking win everything. 3/4 for confirmation. I don't know what to say. with this. Some people just want to win at all costs, and I guarantee you, you'll end up losing in the long run. You might have won the battle, baby, but you will not win the war. 3 5s for confirmation again. All these 5s popping up, that ain't nothing but change and transformation. Or stay on the struggle bus, whichever ones. 5s can be challenges or, again, struggles, whatever you're going through it's hard to get out of. But you can choose to stay there, or you can choose to transform and grow and ascend. And some of y'all definitely have to, like, on here we got scrolls and the religious symbols and stuff. And I feel like a lot, for sure, I know it ain't no feeling. Once you get to a certain level of consciousness, awareness, or you just know shit ain't adding up. Even before I became conscious, I knew religion wasn't adding up. 3 5s again. It just wasn't adding up. They could never answer my goddamn questions in church, or you get scolded when you got questions. Again, traumatizing the child at a young age to question things, to question the shit they do and other people do. And then they just end up going along with it and wonder why their feelings always getting hurt. It's dangerous. It's a dangerous mindset to teach your children and to be around. And like I was saying with the religion, a lot of this shit just don't make fucking sense. Now, once you smart enough and use your common sense and you can decipher shit and metaphors, then you'll see what resonates, what's for you, and which is a pure fat out fucking lie, and you need to throw it away because it's just there to confuse the masses. That's what religion does. It confuses the masses. And you don't have to agree with me. Some of y'all might be Christians, Muslims. Do whatever religion you feel like is serving for you at that point. But eventually, the more you ascend, depending on how deep you want to get out the programming, you'll realize that all the religions are the same story, different time frames, different names. And again, it's the same thing. You become one. Everybody is one. We all come from source energy, regardless of what we look like. We might have different purposes in this 3D matrix, but once it's all said and done, guess what? We all return back to source energy, because source energy is experiencing good, bad, positive, negative, however you want to look at it, through all beings in the universe. Long story short. So, and again, you don't have to go with what I'm saying, but that's been my take on it. There's been plenty of people's take on it that don't look like me, that don't know me, but when you hear it, it clicks, it resonates. Like, this makes more sense than I've heard in my whole fucking life. And like I said, it'll click for you. You'll know. That's how you know is whether you have the physical proof or not. And then a lot of times the confirmation, again, will come through other people, through dreams, through astral projection, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I say all that to say is that religion also teaches you to win at all costs, to dominate. So once you get out of that, you'll feel that need to not have to win or to be vengeful or to get back. You know, the only thing you'll want to win at is being happy, making people that you love around you happy and getting that energy in return. Winning at getting multiple streams of income so that you can afford the luxurious or simple, modest lifestyle that you want off the grid, however y'all want to live. You feel me? But you'll realize that, like I said, you end up losing. You end up playing yourself because you're trying to win. Especially people that like to play mind games. Baby, you're going to end up losing that mind game every time. Especially once the person sees what you're doing. You think you outsmarting by playing mind games. Okay, wait till you meet somebody who already see through that shit. Then you're going to be looking stupid or feeling stupid. Because they saw right through it and they left you behind. Or they called you out on it. Or, my personal favorite, said nothing and just give you the silent treatment. And delete you from their life. Because that's what most people who do this shit need anyway. Just delete, block. I don't want to hear it. Go away. Go fuck with somebody else. Go play mind games with somebody else who like that shit. You end up playing yourself. So you want to keep winning at all costs, baby? Be my guest. You'll find yourself alone or with people who like to play games like this. And I promise you, you're not going to be happy once it's all said and done. You're just going to repeat the cycle in the next lifetime. So choose your battles wisely. Not everything. Sometimes you have to sacrifice this battle to win the war. And that's what we are in. We are in a spiritual war. Know this. So you want to win the spiritual war. You want to be your authentic self. You want to get out the matrix. You don't always have to be the one on top. Be the one seen, getting the validation, the attention, winning. You're going to end up losing everything if you keep up with that attitude. What's the 10 to 90 ratio, Spirit? The 10 to 90 ratio. Oh, that was a lot. But, viewer, because I know who these readings are for me personally, I really hope that you take these readings seriously, because these are for you. I might not be sending it to your phone, but I guarantee you this is for you. And I suggest that you take heed. It's why you met me, to help you on this journey. And anyone else who comes across these videos, you don't have to listen to me. You don't have to take what I'm saying serious, but you came across this video for a reason. Think about that. You know me for a reason. Think about that. Or whoever you're getting this message from. It don't have to be through me personally. Maybe I'm just the confirmation that you got it from somebody else. 3/4 for confirmation. But either way, Spirit wants you to get out the matrix and wants you to be happy. That's what I get with this the most. Because this is a lot. I did not expect to channel all this information, and it shares so much about some of my personal experiences, because I like to be real private, but I feel like I needed to. That's what Spirit was telling me and guiding me to do, because some people don't believe it until they see it. And I normally don't wait for people with that, because I'm not here to hold your hand. I'm not here to make you comfortable. I'm here to tell you the truth. I would like to make you comfortable and do it in a compassionate way, which is what I'm learning. But if you need the truth, and it's the harsh truth, or it's, tough love, then that's what you're going to get, because you might need it for you to get it through your head. What's not clicking? I know some of y'all gonna know where that's from. It's for these people. What's not clicking? You need it to click so that you can stop going through this shit. And I can stop doing these readings. I want to do more happy readings. Like, I feel like that's where you're going to, viewer. But I also feel like, you're going through the dark night of the soul, for real, for real. But I'm here to assist and do what I'm here to do. So let's continue. Let's see. We got authority. Tell me more. Anything else? Okay. Because we already in an hour in or whatever. So romance, flattery, order, and authority. So yeah, that's what I was getting with that card. A lot of the people tuning into this video, whether this is you or somebody you know, this, like I said, I'm gonna keep doing it like this is you, viewer. This, you keep attracting people, falling for people that are, I feel like you want to be in control. You desire to be in control so much. And I don't even feel like you're a controlling person. I feel like 9 times out of 10, you had controlling parents that repelled you from being and repulsed you from wanting to be like a controlling person. So I know, like, especially for the person I know this is for personally, I know you're not a controlling person. However, your need to want to control everything so much, you end up falling for people that are, I'm hearing, completely out of order from you. They keep you away from falling into order, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, I feel like they might give you a little attention or just enough to what you need or what you're craving for to fill that void with the flattery card. Oh yeah, and by the way, let's see, we got Taurus, more Aries, Scorpio, Virgo, and Gemini. So, like I said, for the person that this is for, you're falling for people because they're giving you that little bit of attention to fill that void, to fill that need that you craving. And these people end up controlling you, baby. They end up manipulating you. And then it'd be so much harder to walk away from these people. And then you find yourself settling. You find yourself only getting that 10% you be putting in 90% and you only getting 10% back. And you don't see it at first because you might see it, but then you be like, well, they've been through, like, you feel sorry for whatever trauma bond, that y'all discussed that got y'all hooked in the first place, or whatever karmic soul contract that you need to work out with this person, because, with these soulmates, that's what these is most of the time, karmic soul contracts that you got to work out so that you can learn from it and not repeat it again. But you end up falling for whatever they saying, and you feel sorry for them, you feel guilty, and you don't want to tell them no. Well, technically, they end up manipulating your life. They end up controlling what you want out of the situation, and you think you got it under control because you be like, well, I'm going to leave them, or I'm going to ghost them, or I'm going to do this and that, and I'm going to respond and communicate how I want to because I'm in control. But really, on a spiritual level, they're manipulating you into staying in that karmic cycle. They might not be aware of it. 9 times out of 10, they're not. And you're not aware of it because guess what? You leave them, but then you attract the same shit through another person. And I know I told that person that very thing. You can run all you want, but you're going to keep attracting the same person until you learn the fucking lesson. And I'm so serious. Like, you don't want to keep doing this shit, bro, because you end up going through you make your journey more difficult rather than learning the lesson the first time. But I get it. Everybody go through different shit, take in different shit, wake up at different times. Can't force somebody's awakening. Everyone has their own personal alarm clock to when they wake up. You know what I'm saying? So it be like that. But I feel like it's because you're craving this love that you need to get from yourself first. And you're not going to get it from other people because even when somebody good comes along that tries to love you, you think it's malicious intent. You block it away. You ghost it. You leave it alone. You run from it because you feel like this is too good to be true. I'm going to get my feelings hurt. This is too good to be true. What if I fall for them? Or this is true. This is the real deal. But then what if they don't like who I am because I know I got some issues, or because I'm not aware of my issues, or because every time I get something good, I fuck it up, or it gets fucked up. Something happens to where I can't enjoy it. That's trauma. That's a lot of trauma because you end up self-sabotaging and sacrificing the very thing that was sent to assist you and show you love, give you what you've been craving. And then you run right back to the karmic soul connection, and then you restart that process all over again. So it's very important to love yourself first enough to know when the real deal is there, and to know you are worthy of it and you deserve it, and you won't know your self-worth and value until you really love yourself on a high level. On a high value level, you really got to look at yourself. And I can't stand the high value thing because a lot of these high value men and women, oh my God, they're so broken. But in their mind, to, help them stay afloat in their delusion, they think they're high valuable. And some of the responses they give will let you know just how delusional that they are. So, but y'all get what I'm saying. I say high value just to say, like, I'll say ascended or awakened. The more you ascend, the more, again, you find your self-worth and value, and you be like, I am a good person. I do deserve this. Or, again, you be like, well, shit, I have fucked up. I have played people. But, boy, have I gotten the karma for it. Okay, I've cleared my karmic debt. Now I'm going to act right, and I deserve someone who's going to treat me right. And you find that the more with self-love. But when you don't do the karmic debt, you keep doing the same shit, doing the same stupid games win stupid prizes. I know everybody done heard that saying. So you keep doing the same stupid shit, expecting different results, you're going to get the same stupid prizes. So loving yourself is so much more important that 10-90 rule that was taught to do, switch that shit around and do the 9-10 rule, 9-90-10 rule. And instead of putting in so much and only receiving so little, just start off little until you know your value and you can see it in other people. Because you'll know, like, when you meet somebody and y'all starting off slow, but you're seeing that this person has worth, value, that they're a sweetheart, that they're genuine, then you can start to give a little bit more. You'll be able to be emotionally intelligent enough to know that, oh, this is a really good person. I can wine and dine them. I can shower them with affection, and I know I'm not going to get hurt. But when you don't know, because you're so used to people fucking you over, because a lot of times you're fucking them over, or that's just what you're used to, and you don't know how to let it go or not take it personal, and you lacking that emotional intelligence, then you end up overcompensating, people-pleasing, compensating, people-pleasing, giving too much. You doing so much, and this person just sucking it up, eating it up, however you want to put it, and they like, oh, I got me a simp. I'm going to give the bare minimum, because the simp going to do what, and I put it on them real good. Baby, they got you. That little incubus, succubus, they got you. And that's, again, that ties back into the seduction, letting, sacrificing that. Be celibate for a little bit. It ain't going to hurt you. Be celibate for a few months, few years. It's not going to kill you. I mean, it sucks sometimes. But would you rather give your sexual energy away to someone who's an energy vampire, who has a sex demon attached to them, that succubus, that incubus energy, or whatever other kind of demon they got attached to them? Or would you rather just save it for the right person, so when you do be intimate with somebody, it's going to be bomb? And then y'all are actually experiencing intimacy, and you're sharing real affection and love, and it's going to be the best that you've ever had compared to this other shit. You thought that was the good shit. When you save yourself, it's like you rebirth your purity. And then it's like real fucking pure. Like that pure cocaine. I don't do cocaine. Never want to, never had the thought to. But for reference, y'all done seen cocaine, cokeheads in action. When they get that pure line, bro, they be off the chain. They be all over the place. They be happy as a muff. You feel me? So that's what I'm referring it to. Like, again, I don't know that personal experience, but, well, I guess with shrooms, or when you get a good, nice edible, I can relate to that. And you just be so happy and just so like, oh, I'm in a magical land and I just love my life and everything around me. It's going to be that type of feeling. You feel me? For those who can relate to that. But that's what I'm saying. That's how that purity feeling is, because you done saved yourself and you're not out here, just giving yourself and your energy to just any and everybody. Now, do what you want. Again, it's your life, baby. But speaking from experience, from being celibate, trust me, it's going to be worth it in the end. And then you just get tired of giving yourself to some lames. And as I'm playing with this deck, look what's in the middle. Influence, and then right under that, protection. I'm just playing. I know this, like when I just play with decks, it's like spirit is, I don't know, I just always got to see what comes up. And it always flows into what I'm talking about. So don't be so easily influenced by that snake energy. This reminded me of the Adam and Eve story, how, that seduction, you get so easily seduced by that reptilian, that draconian mindset, which is something we all have to work out of getting of. That's draconian, reptilian programming. I don't really talk about the other beings, but I'm pretty sure most people are aware of the reptilians and the draconians and all that good shit. Same shit. They the ones, and not all the Dracos are bad, are they? I think some of them are starting to wake up, and but they've come from a very low vibration of domination, control, arguing. Basically all that shit you need to sacrifice, that's that reptilian mindset that we all have to learn how to get out of. Because if not, it's going to it's going to attract the entities. It's going to actually attract these type of beings to just watch you and feed off of you. And they are very, very, very real. You might not see them, but oh, are they real? And are they waiting for you to be on a very low vibration, because when they show up in your life, baby, you're low. I'm gonna just say that. And it's not just them, it's other beings. It's definitely way more positive beings in the universe than it is negative. But these are some of the ones that most people, like I said, are aware about, know about. Because, every so often they like to show themselves and wear human cloaks and, kind of glitch on live TV or in person. Or my personal favorite, not that I've experienced this, but I know people who have, glitch while you're having sex with them. That little cloak starts to glitch. And you see something that you never thought you would fucking see a day in your life. But this shit is real, people. And all of this, what you're going through, is essentially preparing you to be comfortable with seeing other beings in person, because we so used to seeing people that look like us. And at some point, you're going to have to get comfortable with all of the beings that are in the universe. A lot of your spirit guides look nothing like you. And you might not be ready to see them, like myself. I don't think I'm ready just yet. But I know that they're here to assist and guide me on the right path, as long as I'm connecting with the right ones. Because just like you have negative ancestors that will influence you to not protect yourself and do stupid shit, the ones that you're going through the karma for, you have some negative spirit guides that if you tune into that vibration, they'll guide you to do some stupid shit and influence you to do stupid shit. You feel me? But I digress. I feel like that once it's all said and done, Spirit is just telling you, again, get rid of those programs, that whatever's influencing you to do low vibrationals, especially sexual things, is not worth it. Things that no longer serve you. Protect yourself spiritually, sexually, financially, mentally. You have to learn how to protect yourself. Or you're just going to keep getting taken advantage of. Plain and simple. But whether it's people, well, it's 9 times, it's people with entities and demons. You can't even get mad at the person, because it's not them at a certain point, especially once they have demons. When they got entities, okay, some of it's still them. But a lot of it's the entity. When they get demons, 9 times out of 10, you're dealing with that demon. That person is gone. They're not in the controller seat. They're in the passenger seat, or sometimes the back seat of the trunk, baby. So, and you don't want to be in that situation. This is preparing you to spiritually be able to see what attachments they got, even if you can't see what attachments they got. You feel it. You see it with your third eye, like something off about you. I done seen this pattern in multiple people. I done grew up with this shit. I done been around crazy enough to know that you got entities or demons. And then the last card, your tribe, your vibe. What is that card, Spirit? And we're going to wrap this up, because this has been, like I said, longer than expected, but somebody needed to hear it. Okay, so again, we got love. And this is somebody you are meant to be seen in public with. You're not meant to keep them a secret. Because see, we got secrets up under that card. And what's up under that? Inspiration. So maybe this person, you watch this person and they secretly inspire you to go through what you're going through, to let go of the negativity. 1818 could be significant, and 99, but let me see. So your tribe, your vibe, I feel like that, yeah, you devoting yourself to self-discovery and authenticity, practicality, is going to lead you to the love of your life. Okay? Let me see if y'all can see that. And he looked like he courting her, and he's just as happy as can be to court her. And even just the way that they're dressed, like some old English shit, is just that word court. That's what it's giving me, because no one really says courting anymore. But basically, it's like you're dating this person, but like you're actually dating them dating for marriage. That's basically what courting is. Like, I'm not dating just to have fun. And if that's what you want to do, you know where that gets you. But as long as you're responsible with it, again, if you've coming from a healthy standpoint and you dating to have fun, but you're not giving yourself away, you're not wasting your time, you got boundaries, nothing wrong with that. Do your thing. But from an unhealthy aspect, you're doing all of that, no boundaries, having sex with anybody, just giving away too much of your energy, time, and you're not getting nowhere near in return, that's when it becomes dangerous. to your well-being. And yeah, but I feel like with this, you're going to end up courting someone, or someone's going to want to court you. So this is someone you're looking to marry. They're looking to marry you. Again, y'all are meant to be seen, because once you do all this healing, people are going to especially if you already someone who gets noticed a lot, people are just going to want to your aura is going to be so magnetic, your energy, like people are going to see. They're going to be literally, you got concentrated. They're going to be so concentrated because you're fulfilled. You fulfilled. You happy. And they're going to want to be like, damn, how they get fulfilled and happy if they not hating, coming from, that broken inner child or the entities or demons or whatever. Then you're going to influence other people. So you're meant to be seen with this person, so people can know that true love does exist, because that is what we are here for, because we know love is the highest vibration, and we need to reinforce that true love is very applicable in this lifetime, because a lot of people really don't believe that true love exists. You start off as a child, and then all the hurt and shit you go through and how people just let you down, starting with your parents, you start to, that dream of really finding true love, it goes away. And when I first started, remember, the dream was jarred dreams. So viewer, you're literally going after the things that you used to dream of as a child, which is why it's so important to heal the inner child, so that you can still dream and have an imagination and go after your inspirations, after your aspirations, whatever's inspiring you. Because when it's broken, you just a grumpy, cranky, mean ass adult that stays stuck in the matrix because you don't believe or feel like things are going to get better, and then you treat your body in that manner, and health is not wealth, and then you just slowly but surely die off all miserable, or putting on a front like you're happy, and then congrats, you get to do it all over again, but with more karma this time. So you see why this is important, people. Remember, what's not clicking. I'm gonna need y'all for this to click. I feel like that this is someone that you are going to really, they're going to help you see even more parts of yourself that were hidden, that just more self-discovery. Someone you're going to travel with, someone where you're going to want to do any and everything with this person, with this card. 3 4s, 4 4s for confirmation. No. Well, yeah, I'm saying it. So, but it was really 3 2s and 4 2s. But yeah, someone you're going to be devoted to, you're both equally going to be devoted to each other. And you're going to know that this person is for you. Like, yeah, you just going to know. So, people, this has been a very long reading. I don't think I've done a reading like this in a while. But like I said, somebody needed to hear this message. Please feel free to donate. All of the information is always down at the bottom. If this really helped you out, if you can't do a reading or whatever, I am open for donations and I will be grateful. But if not, you ain't got it and it still helped you out, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. All the people that support my channel, thank y'all so much. Let me know if this helps out. Let me know if it's clicking for you, so you can attract the tribe and the love that you want, and most importantly, the self-love, so that you can escape the matrix mindset, the trap. You are not meant to be there. You are meant to do amazing things and soar beyond your wildest dreams. You feel me? So I will see y'all in the next reading. Thank y'all so much for the like, share, subscribe, comments. Peace, love, and light.